Is this new Rummenigge card better than his old version Epic Booster Rummenigge card? He's really better or not? I will discuss this thing in this video by taking both of these cards in a comparison. Firstly, I will talk each one by one and then I will differentiate what are the key differences between both of these two and where is one card is lacking and where another card is making expertise in his abilities. So let's talk about firstly double booster Karl-Heinz Rummenigge card. He's having very high weak foot accuracy as usual. Rummenigge, every card is having very high accuracy. Talking about his stats, these are the stats of Karl-Heinz Rummenigge with a crazy speed and acceleration with the kicking power that Konami every time makes Rummenigge stats like a crazy because he's having that explosive speed, acceleration, kicking power, balance that we need in the game along with that awareness. And talking about finishing abilities, I have decreased little bit of Rummenigge finishing abilities because Rummenigge finishing is like a meta in this game, man. Even if you do Rummenigge finishing at 85, he will definitely score a goal for you. If you don't believe, please make a try for it. Talking about additional booster, I will add additional booster at the striker instinct abilities so that his ball control abilities will enhanced very much along with finishing, but I will decrease his finishing, man. 90 finishing is more than enough for Karl-Heinz Rummenigge because we don't need that much of finishing from Rummenigge because Rummenigge is always one of the very unique finisher, how he dribbles the defenders, cut away the defenders and just nutmegs the defenders and hijack the defender, I will say, because Rummenigge abilities are very much unique in the game. Especially this double booster is little bit enhancing as compared to Epic Booster, I will say, but still Rummenigge is a character ID. Character ID of player will remain same whether the card is whatever that is. Or one thing that will change the player attributes is playstyle. If a player's playstyle will get changed, then it will get something different, man. But Rummenigge playstyle is goal poacher as usual. He will be having same character ID. Even if you play with a Karl-Heinz Rummenigge legend card, you can produce that performance, you can produce that amount of goals with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. If you have this card, you will know it, man. Talking about dribbling abilities, he already having a double touch. That's a must skill for any striker. Long range curler, long range shooting. Some skills that you can add on him are passing skills. His leg coverage is 176 cm, quite good for a striker, with a 182 cm leg length based height, quite decent, man. With that crazy dribbling and ball control abilities along with physical contact and balance, this guy will not be stoppable by any defense because this guy will be definitely a solid explosive striker, man, with that speed and acceleration, definitely, man. And now talking about Epic Booster Karl-Heinz Rummenigge card, then I will compare both of these cards and how these cards are different. Talking about Karl-Heinz Rummenigge card, this card doesn't have additional booster ability. He is having the booster at the agility with a better space at this time with a great balance, 88, but physical contacts of this card is a little bit less that Konami has improved in the new card. You can decrease a little bit of his, I will say, finishing abilities because once upon a time I was playing with this card, I did his finishing like 83 finishing. 83 finishing is quite decent for this Rummenigge card, man. I have did it earlier and Rummenigge scored for me definitely because this guy finishing abilities are very much different as compared to other strikers. If you know, 83 finishing of Karl-Heinz Rummenigge will look very much offensive in the game as compared to another striker. So I had decreased that time Karl-Heinz Rummenigge finishing and give more priority to ball control and dribbling abilities along with that explosive speed. I will go far away from the defenders and go near the goalkeeper and score easily goal, man. You can also do it too. If you want more finishing, you have to decrease his ball control abilities and give more priority to finishing. Like 89 finishing is more than enough. Physical contact you should increase if you are a more physical type player, and you should be because in eFootball 2025 physical contacts matters a lot. Talking about skills, he already having double touch. He doesn't have a long range curler. You should add these skills on this Karl-Heinz Rummenigge card. Passing skills you should add. And talking about leg length, based height and leg coverage, these are almost same of the earlier card as well. Stamina is little bit less of this card, man, as compared to earlier card. And talking about the differences you will find, this Rummenigge is little bit less physical but more explosive, man. This Epic Booster Rummenigge I am talking about. More explosive with a great awareness, but finishing abilities you will feel sometimes like if you go very much times with him, he will definitely score, man, because he's having that character ID that we need as a striker. But sometimes that double booster Karl-Heinz Rummenigge looks like a cheat code, I will say, because he every time scoring, it's a weak effect, I will say. Talking about other abilities like physical contact, you can also increase physical contact of this Epic Booster Karl-Heinz Rummenigge card, like 82, 88 balance enough. The same that card will be having. There is not much difference between both of these cards. If you already have this Epic Booster Karl-Heinz Rummenigge card, you can produce that performance that we need as a striker. So you should not go for that pack, definitely, I will say. Both cards are certainly very much good, as both have an explosive speed and acceleration with that balance. I will say there is not much difference. Both is having that same character ID, but one difference that is having is a booster slot that has given in the double booster, but that is no need for Rummenigge for any booster slot, because Rummenigge itself is literally a goated striker.